I'm Clara Frank, and here's what's trending. Many women living in rural Kenya are being spared the back-breaking task of carrying barrels of water, thanks to a simple new invention. Manufactured in Kenya, the rollers are made from a combination of recycled materials, such as old tires and local wood, and can be used by both young and older women. The rollers allow women to carry up to 3 20-liter water containers over long distances and are designed to be rolled over any terrain. According to the charity World Vision International, women in remote villages in developing countries can walk up to 6 kilometers every day to retrieve water for family consumption. Next up, British model Naomi Campbell led a catwalk show for her charitable Fashion for Relief organization, which she founded in 2005 after being inspired by her friend and mentor Nelson Mandela. This year, the charity raised funds for children's education and skill development causes. During the show, held at the British Museum, models strutted in an array of colorful and quirky outfits from a mix of designers that included floor-length gowns, such as the one-sequin dress with feather sleeves worn by Campbell. There were also deconstructed jackets and plenty of prints. And finally, this weekend's oddest viral story involved a palace, a brazen heist, and a golden toilet. The $1.25 million toilet, designed by Italian artist Maurizio Catalan, had been installed only 2 days earlier at Blenheim Palace, west of London, after previously being shown at the Guggenheim Museum in New York. Police say the toilet was snatched early Saturday by thieves who used at least 2 vehicles in the heist. Because the golden toilet had been connected to the palace's plumbing system, police say its removal caused significant damage and flooding to the building. And that's what's trending today.
36 people are feared missing after a boat sank on the Congo River near Kinshasa. Police say the vessel, which was traveling to the capital, went down overnight in Maluku commune, about 100 kilometers from the city. 76 people survived. The lake and river transports are widely used in the Democratic Republic of Congo due to the nation's poor highway system. Accidents are common and are often caused by overloading and unsafe vessels. In most accidents, passengers are not equipped with life jackets and many cannot swim. Now, Saudi Arabian oil giant Aramco says Saturday's drone attack on 2 of its oil facilities has suspended the oil production of 5.7 million barrels a day. Prolonged disruption could cause a spike in oil prices worldwide. Iranian-backed Houthi rebel group in Yemen is claiming to have caused the attack, but the U.S. blames the attack directly on Tehran. VOA's Lad Zahouk has more.
Yemen's Houthi rebels claim they have deployed 10 drones to attack a processing plant and an oil field owned by the Saudi Arabian state-owned oil giant Saudi Aramco.
We exploited vulnerabilities in the Saudi defense system, and we built our drones in order to avoid these systems. Therefore, the Saudi and Emirati airspace became open to us after their defense systems failed to even spot our drones.
U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has rejected the claim in a tweet, saying there is no evidence the drones came from Yemen, and has blamed Iran for the attacks. In his tweet Sunday, U.S. President Donald Trump threatened consequences for the culprit and is waiting to hear from the Saudis as to who they believe it to be. Earlier Sunday, Iran's President Hassan Rouhani denied Tehran's involvement.
Americans, instead of confessing that their presence in the region, in Syria and Yemen and other areas, has been problematic, every now and then accuse the countries in the region and brave fighters of Yemen.
Tehran-backed Houthis have been fighting a Saudi-led coalition since ousting Yemen's president in 2015. Pompeo has repeatedly accused Iran of destabilizing the region.
It supports proxy militias and terrorist groups. It is an arms dealer to the Houthi rebels in Yemen, and Iran conducts cyber hacking campaigns.
Saudi officials say no one was killed in the Saturday attacks, but that the oil production had to be suspended. Energy Minister Abdulaziz bin Salman said some of the fall in production would be made up with oil from Saudi Arabia's huge storage facilities. But analysts warn that if the Saudis cannot turn production back on quickly, the gas prices could go up worldwide. Saturday's attacks came just days before the opening of the UN General Assembly on Wednesday. Zlarica Hoke, VOA News, Washington.
The White House recently unveiled a new initiative that seeks to increase U.S. economic engagement to Africa to better compete against China's growing influence. But more than 2.5 years into President Donald Trump's administration, some foreign policy experts say Africa does not appear to be a priority for the president. Jesus Oni reports.
Peace and security across the continent.
Africa has a friend in the United States, according to a top diplomat.
America has an unwavering commitment to Africa.
But some foreign policy experts are questioning that commitment.
Africa tends to be at the bottom of the to-do list for most administrations, but this president doesn't have the kind of personal connections with the continent. He's not interested in development in the way that President Bush was.
In December, the Trump administration outlined its strategy to counter China's influence in Africa.
Our policies should not be focused around countering what other people are doing in Africa. It should be focused on building and strengthening our partnership.
This strategy is now being presented with fewer references to Beijing, and the administration shifting its focus to the private sector.
Africa is going to double the number of people between now and